and welcome to my channel. How are you guys doing today? I hope your day is off to a beautiful start. I have missed you guys. I didn't get a chance to film last week. If you don't follow me on socials, my little girl turned 2 last week, so we had a very jam-packed weekend full of celebrating, which honestly was a blast. She had so much fun. My mama heart is so happy because I just wanted to see her have a great birthday, and she did. But that has nothing to do with today's video. It's time to talk about some fragrance because there is a new one on the market that I really want to share with you guys. Want to share my thoughts, my opinions. So if you want to hear more about the brand new Donna Born in Roma Intense, then just keep watching. Of course, before I dive on into my thoughts and opinions, please hit that subscribe button, join the Lash fam. You will not regret it. Okay, now let's talk about this. I'm going to throw a photo up here for you guys because I do not have this in my possession, but I have tested it. I have thoughts. I've taken notes, okay? I did my homework. They have it at my local Ulta, and I have been going, I've gone several times, okay, and like drenched myself in it because I'm really trying to form my thoughts, my feelings, my desires. Like, is this one I need in my very, very full collection? I'm really trying to be a bit more careful with what I pick up this year, make sure it's something I really love or I really feel like I'm missing in my collection. And I wasn't so blown away with this one first sniff that I still don't know if I need it or not. So let me share my thoughts with you guys. So first of all, we have main accords of Amber, Vanilla, Warm, Spicy. I am a huge 1 vanilla fan, 2 sweet fan, and 3 Amber is definitely in my top favorite notes. Like, give me a good amber fragrance and I'm happy as can be. So of course those caught my eyes. And as far as notes go, we have top notes of bourbon vanilla. I really love any vanilla in a fragrance, but I do find myself being drawn to bourbon vanilla. I find it to be just a more rich, decadent vanilla. Let me know what you guys think. Do you notice a difference between regular vanilla and bourbon vanilla in fragrances? Then we have amber, middle notes of jasmine, base notes of benzoin. Benzoin is, if I'm correct, it's a resin. I think it kind of falls under amber family. It says it's a warm balsamic note. I don't know. I think of benzoin again in the amber family. Amber is a made up note. I envision the cane with the amber on the top from Jurassic Park. Whenever I think of amber fragrances, I think of that little amber top the older gentleman had on his cane in that movie. If you guys know what I'm talking about, give me a thumbs up, okay? I feel like I'm really dating myself here. So I have, like I said, I've gone to Ulta several times and I have bathed myself in this fragrance. No shame, okay? Hello, my local Ulta employees. Yes, I have been testing out your fragrance because I'm just on the fence on if I truly need this or not. I will tell you, initial blast, I was like, head over heels, I need, I love, I want, oh my gosh, it's so vanillic, it's so ambery. I feel like I like it more than the original Donna Born in Roma on initial spray. To me, the original is a little bit more of like a fruity, sweet, woody, where this is very much leaning into the vanilla and amber, like it states in the accords and notes. I love Donna Born in Roma. I don't have it because I had a like trial size of it, and when I would wear it, it would make me cough. And I have found that some woody notes can definitely irritate like my lungs, throat area. I don't know if I have kind of like almost an allergy to it, but my aunt one year was burning like a Christmas tree scented candle and I felt like I was going to die. I just felt like I couldn't take a full breath. It was like irritating my lungs, and I was like, can we please burn that out? And I'm not a super sensitive like skin person, scent person, like things don't usually bother me. So I'm just wondering if it is a woody note in the original that bothers me or if it was a fluke. I really need to give the original Born in Roma another go. Yes, I'm willing to risk that coffee, tickly, annoying feeling to see if I love that fragrance because I did love the scent of it. It was just kind of bothering me. This one to me really doesn't remind me of the original, honestly. Maybe it's because I'm not so familiar with the original. I only went through that one tester size. If you are really familiar with the OG Born in Roma, let me know if you think this one is very similar. I feel like this one takes a path all on its own. So here are my notes that I've taken while testing this at Ulta and wearing it throughout the several days I've gone back to spray myself down. Initial blast, I do get a little tiny bit of like a rich fruitiness. Now there's no fruits listed, and it was just like quick, like a second and gone. But for some reason, when I very first smelled it, I got like a very, very, very ripe, dark peach. Think of a peach that is so ripe, it's almost losing that fruity, peachy scent and getting to that more kind of like rich, boozy type vibe you can get from overripe fruit. That was very short-lived. And then it goes into a powdery vanilla. I pick up a slight powderiness, not baby powder, nothing like that, just like an actual dustiness. The type of amber in here honestly reminds me a lot of the type of amber in Baccarat Rouge. This is not a dupe. Do not pick this up thinking, I'm gonna rock this and smell like I'm wearing Baccarat. No. No, no, no. It's just something about the type of amber in there, the way it's kind of a cocooning, all-encompassing, kind of radiating off of you. That's just the same kind of vibe I get from Baccarat, the amber that is in there. Again, not dupes. Don't pick this up thinking you're gonna smell like Baccarat. You're not. And then I definitely get that sexy vibes from it because to me, amber is very sexy and jasmine is very sexy. I do feel like this one is a very, very jasmine-centered fragrance. I love that jasmine and vanilla mix. It's intoxicating. It's, again, this amber and vanilla and jasmine mixture, just all-encompassing. It's cocooning. It kind of feels like it wraps you up. It's definitely warm and cozy. I get a slightly animalic vibe from this. I get the same thing in My Way Intense. These remind me of each other. Take out the tuberose from My Way Intense, and these remind me of each other. This does not have tuberose. If you hate tuberose, no fear, this has no tuberose. There's something about the vanilla, the amber, and the way those come across that remind me of My Way Intense. The full dry down of the fragrance is something familiar to me. I can't quite pinpoint it. This definitely doesn't feel like something I've never smelt before. It's a little generic, but also very likable because of the fact it's a little bit generic. It's not super unique. It's not something that you really have to like think about. It's not a fragrance that takes you on twists and turns and tells a story. You kind of get what you get with it. In the dry down, there is definitely a creaminess that I enjoy. It almost reminds me of a fragrance that has coconut milk in it. Now, it's not coconutty, but that creamy vibe you can get from a coconut milk fragrance where you're not really picking up any like tropical beachy coconut notes in there, but that creamy, milky, lactonic, just creaminess that you can get from a fragrance that has coconut milk. I love a good creamy fragrance, and I definitely get that in the dry down. I think it's just the mixture of the heavy vanilla and heavy amber, and also that benzoin, which is that balsamic note. So I think just the way those all come together in the dry down, the deep dry down, definitely a creaminess. I saw people talking about how they think it reminds them of Alien Goddess Intense. I'm not super familiar with Alien Goddess or Goddess Intense. I've smelled them like on the fly when in the store. I look like alfalfa right now. We'll ignore that. But I definitely understand what they're saying. I think it's that jasmine. The jasmine in here definitely reminds me of like Mugler Alien. It's just that very rich, intoxicating, dense jasmine. Definitely a jasmine forward fragrance. If you hate jasmine, I don't think you're gonna like this, but I definitely see how people can compare them to Goddess and Goddess Intense because of the creaminess that comes out, I believe from, again, the bourbon vanilla definitely gives me the creaminess that you get from a coconut heavy fragrance. I feel like this one doesn't project how I thought it would. I feel like the OG Donna Born in Roma is very in your face, very powerful, projection, like projection. To me, this one runs close to my body. I actually found the first time I wore it, it wore off really quickly, which was very disappointing. It was a very cold, dry day here. I actually don't think this one is going to do great in the very cold, dry Midwestern winters we have here. which surprised me because of the fact, one, it's got so much vanilla, and two, it's labeled intense. I didn't think it would be so fleeting or so close to me. My husband hugged me and said I smelled wonderful. So I definitely think this is one someone's going to smell on you if you're like on a cozy date, someone you're comfortable with, you're going to be up close with. Definitely a good choice. But if you're like out and you want to grab attention from halfway across the room, this isn't going to be it. I personally found on that very cold day when I wore it, I had to stick my face into my shirt to be able to smell it. Now today we're rocking the mid-50s here. I love it. I love when we get these random warm days in the winter. Nothing makes me happier than sunshine and weather that I don't have to wear 75 layers. I hate winter. And today when I move around, I'm picking up wafts of this fragrance. So I definitely think this one is going to play better in either a little bit warmer climate or springtime here in the Midwest. Do I seriously need this one? I don't know what to tell you guys. I do love it, but I have a couple in my collection it reminds me of. My Way Intense minus the tuberose. Even a little bit of Voce Viva Intensa because of that bourbon vanilla. And my Olympia Intense, very reminiscent. Probably in my collection, it's the closest to Olympia Intense, which I love. It's almost the exact same amber note in Olympia Intense as it is in this new Born in Roma Intense. Like almost identical. Take out that salt note in Olympia and they're very similar. Amber. If you like Olympia Intense and if you like alien fragrances, I think you will love this. And if you didn't love the OG Born in Roma, I think there's still a chance you will like this if you like those other two I just mentioned. I'm still on the fence because, again, it's not groundbreaking. It could be a little redundant in my collection. I think for me, this is one, if I could pick it up on a discount site or get like a crazy good deal during like Black Friday or something like that where they had a special, I definitely think I would pick this up because I do really like the fragrance. I like how it makes me feel. This one to me could be dressed up or dressed down. Like today I wore it when I went to Ulta, picked up some stuff, sprayed myself down, and I don't feel out of place wearing it in my jeans and my little long sleeve t-shirt, whatever you want to call this. So I definitely think like this one can play many occasions. If you have tried this new Born in Roma Intense, let me know your thoughts. I seriously want to hear your guys' opinion on this because it's brand new. And like I said, I am truly on the fence. Do I need this one? Let me know your thoughts. And as always, thank you for being here. And please try to stay positive because at the end of the day, that is truly all we can try to do. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.